in the week that I'm free. Tom's not, so that didn't end well. But you are here, we are here. Tom is actually in the stream already, so hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well.
Hello, Tom.
As well as you can be. By the way, it took me so long to find ready at the spectator button. I kept going to the left and look where it was last year.
Oh yeah, I done that the first time I was coming through.
Little rundown of the standings at the moment, just while we wait for everybody to ready up. So we've got NRX Jackson currently leading the standings on 121 points, with Don Argent in second on 118, so very close between them. And then in third place we have Rosie on 80 points. It's a bit of a jump down then to Green Pies on 41 points in fourth place, just ahead of Swanshanks on 39. So could be a fair few battles happening today that could change the standings quite a lot, I think. What about you, Bruce?
Yeah, it should be an interesting one. I am Zach has also joined. He's quite quick in the F1. I'm not sure on his F2 pace. So we could see a close battle for the win tonight.
Definitely, just waiting up. So it'd be interesting on the weather as well. It's looking dry for qualifying at the moment, but if anyone can let us know in the chat what the weather is going to be like for the race. Obviously in one shot as well, so mistakes crucial. Well, lack of mistakes will be crucial.
I'll go on board with Don Arden, seeing as it's already on him.
Nice. He's currently taking the lead into turn 1, although I am Zach is taking that back off of him. We'll see what...
4-8 is battling up there as well.
I'm currently on board with Torres, going through the S's. It's a very needed party, I must say.
Don Arden's made a mistake, he's dropped out.
Swanshank and Milo's have both retired as well from the session, not good for them. I saw the positions just going all over the place as we go through the F section.
Oh, Jackson's left the session.
Jackson has left the session.
Hopefully that's internet issues and not rage quit.
That's a very true story. It's momentarily going up into P1 there with a different line through Kobayashi's favourite overtaking corner there. I'll go round through towards Boom Curve, is it?
Yeah, speed now, yeah.
Yeah. Down towards the back straight, Don Argent currently still leading the way.
The next corner's the only corner I know the name of. Well, I know the name of Speed as well, but after that, no names. If you want knowledge, do not come to me. This is just called a death chicane.
Is it? Very neat and tidy from Don Argent there around the final corner, looking like to take pole position.
It's alright. Very good luck there.
I feel Don Argent may have gained a lot of that through the final sector. Rosie disqualified, that will not be a championship.
Has she gone back to roundabout Rosie, has she? Oh, the bad nicknames we gave her last week, season, it was funny.
Always in a good place. You just never know how long. That's what I find at this track anyway. Like,
I absolutely adore this track in F2.
Really? I don't think I've driven it on F2 actually on this game. I don't think I've actually driven any F2 cars on this game yet.
I was gutted. I had the pace for pole last season and I validated my lap and I got taken out turn 1 by somebody in the party chat as well, which made it worse.
Me?
No, it weren't you.
Oh.
I was in the party chat with them at the time.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just going to pin that entirely on me then. I don't think
I mean, I could blame you, seeing as he's not here, so it's all your fault, Bowie.
Not sure that's quite how it works, but yeah.
It is in my world. It is in my world.
I'm going to let you take them on the formation lap just while I grab a quick drink of water.
Alright. Seems somebody readied up a bit early there. Through the grid, we have Don Argent in P1. Zach will be starting P2. A very impressive drive from Torrades in P3. Aldog also impressive in P4. Vintage P5. Podge P6. Wingsfield P7. Usually expect to see him a bit further up. Leppy in P8. Jackson, who has either disconnected or rage quit. Yeah, still definitely not in the session. No. Rosie in P10, Swanshanks in P11, and Mylos in P12. I will try and get Jackson into the back in, just in case it was a disconnection. I'm only doing this if he's appearing online. And he's not appearing online. Unless I don't have him as a friend, I'm not sure I do. I'm just backing up the pack now. Say backing up the pack, he's actually got a hell of a gap. Took over now. Seems every car's going the same pace. Just in time, Bowie.
I was just quickly eating a Kit Kat, so I thought I'd keep myself muted for that.
I'm sure the fans want to hear it. Oh, Jackson's left the session again.
Okay.
I think he's just having one issues, which is unfortunate.
You see the red lights are now forming. We're going to ride on board with Don Argent at the start here.
Yeah, I'm on with Zach.
The overhead view.
Oh, Zach's got a better start.
Definitely has, up into P1 at the moment.
Torrades has got up into P2 as well. Don Argent's got him back on the
We do have a yellow flag at the back as well, with Rosie has spun at turn 1 there, so it is now got a lot of catching up to do for the rest of this race, that is for sure. As we see, Podge is also in the barrier there, has spun into the wall, has now lost the place to
Vintage
Rosie.
has gone as well.
This has proven absolutely carnage here, the first lap of Suzuka. Let's go back to the front and see what is going on. Zach, only 2 tenths ahead of Don Argent now as we go into Kobayashi Corner. I'm not sure if that is the exact name. Someone please correct me.
Death hairpin.
And looking very close indeed. We're going to ride on board the guard and they go side by side up towards Spoon there. Who is going to break last? Oh, Don Arjun backs out that one, tries to go for the up and under, now has the inside line.
Braked himself there.
There is slight contact, who's going to give way? None of them do. Zach now ducked into the slipstream of his teammate, going to ride on board with him now. Oh, this is going to be risky, boys, around the outside of 130R. He sends it, goes off the track in doing so though.
Oh, he has given the position back though, fair play.
Very good racing by these two at the front for first place, and it is only lap 1. We see Wild
sweating
Dog there
watching them.
Don Shanks has just overtaken Wild Dog as well by the looks of it out off the final corner.
Yeah, Winsfield's had a good start as well. He's got himself up to P4. Rosie's P6. People pitted?
I'm not sure if people have pitted or if the timings have kind of messed up a little bit.
I just hit the pits. Yeah, I think it is the timings, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the timings.
Yeah, Hodge hit the time. There we go. I think it's might reset it back in a moment. I think Rosie is P10.
She is? Oh no, it's still messing about. Squad, Shanks, you're winning the race apparently now. Oh no, Rosie is.
Right,
you could have so much fun with these.
I think we're on board with Winfield now, who is closing in on Tour A. It's just 3 and 4, I believe. Slap of oversteer there from Winfield. Don Arjun is our race leader and is kind of pulling away now, 1.5 second gap to Zach in P2. Zach has gone off in the entrance Spoon there to ride on board with Torres to see if he can capitalise on that, maybe no. We do have Milo's very close to the back of Winfield as well, in 9/10. Well, it's saying 1 lap on the Delta, but I'm not entirely sure that's correct.
I mean, 1 lap to the guy in front, but only 1 second to the guy behind. 1 lap 3.
Oh, as Milo's outbrakes himself and hits the back of Winfield there into the death chicane, as Brucey Boy called it. Will that be ring damage? Don't think so.
I've noticed damage doesn't really show up on spectator.
It is worth noting as well, Rosie has started the race on medium tyres.
Oh yeah, she has, yeah.
That could pay dividends at the end, maybe. Milo's doesn't appear to have dropped off the back of Winfield, so I'm assuming no damage. This would be where it would be most impacting him, so appears to have got off with that one.
That's took about 2 to 3 tenths off Don Arjun.
Oh, DC Leppy has now spun. Is that damage as well? I'm not sure. But now into P9, maybe P10. Jackson getting close behind. I think that is actually Jackson racing as well now, so
nah, it's still AI. Still got the X on his name.
Oh, okay. Leppy will probably pull away from Jackson there. Rosie up into P8 as the time there says.
Oh, what's happening here? It says Rosie's overtook Leppy just now. I think Leppy's had another moment.
Yeah, I think it's kind of bugged on the timing glitch at the moment, because it says that Milo's is 1 minute 45 behind Winfield, which isn't true. It's about half a second.
I'm on tour age right now, calling for a
as we
flag.
see, Zach has pitted. Zach has pitted from P2 there.
A bit early.
Very interesting. I'm not sure what the delta is for the tyres as well. Rosie could be going to lap 10 then maybe, or lap 9.
Oh, he's getting a wing change.
Okay, wing change from Zach there, okay.
Yeah,
Timings appear to have sorted itself out now. We've got Milo's 3 tenths behind Winfield in the S's, and Winfield is only a second behind Torres there, or just under a second now for P2, so... And we also have Swanshanks not far behind us. Milo's has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. On a race this close, that is really not what we want. Pulling in some time now on Winfield through this section here. As we see, Swanshanks has now got a penalty as well. I just saw him just go off there. Winfield going deep.
Gone wide as well.
Oh
no, that's Winfield, sorry.
Milo's now really got to push, less than 2 tenths between them.
To speed.
This is kind of allowing Torres to get a bit of breathing space here. As we do have a yellow flag. I think that may have been Rosie again, maybe, or it could have been Wild Dog. We will go back to these guys at the front here.
Oh, Leffy's gone! Oh, he's spun it on the exit of... I think that's Spoon.
That will be a hit for front wing change this lap for Leffy, unfortunately. Be interesting to see Zach's pace as well. Let's see what he's doing and see if he can claw the gap in on Vintage and on everyone else, basically. Will the undercut be powerful here?
I have no idea about tyre strategies when it comes to F2. I'd say he'll get some time back, but because obviously he had the wing change as well, that will affect him. It depends when Don Argent pits as well.
Oh, a second side penalty for Leffy, that is not ideal. I have seen Zach has pulled in a second on Vintage in the final sector there. It was 4.8, I think. Now it's under 4. It's now 3.7. So definitely has pace on those tyres.
If I'm Don Argent, I'll be looking to pit around about now.
Yeah. Otherwise,
just to keep
Zach
that time
will
on
in the... Yeah.
And by the time you catch up with cars, they'll be looking to pit in.
Of course. Chance only 6 tenths behind Milo, both with a penalty. Winfield is kind of breaking free a little bit and caught the back of Torres again. Got a yellow flag. Is that Zach? Zach has spun in the S's, I believe, on the exit of the S's there. I don't believe that was any wing damage, but that has really impacted his chance of the win here. It's 10 seconds slower at sector 1. It's within 2 seconds, well, within 3 seconds of Vintage, he must have been, as we have to do another yellow flag.
Another yellow flag, it's Leffy.
Because we do now have people in the pits.
Oh, Torres just picked up 5 seconds, speeding in the pits.
Oh no, Swanshanks has stayed out.
Yeah, that's very interesting there from Swanshanks.
Rosie has also stayed out, which is to be expected being on those medium tyres. So she's got some good pace here and make these laps count. So Rose with 3 second time penalty from Zach. Zach now coming around the final corner. He lost 10 seconds from his spin, so let's see what the gap is now. He probably lost a lot more, to be fair, because of the grit on the tyres and stuff, but we'll say it was around 10 seconds. Probably would have been more than 10 seconds, I think, but yeah, he's lost a lot of time, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I think Don Argent has probably got this win in the bag, potentially.
Yeah, he's definitely in the best position to win the race.
I think Winfield is best positioned to take P2 just based on the fact that they do not have any penalties.
I try not to mention penalties early because I don't like cursing people.
Oh no.
Commentators curse and all that, are we?
Yeah, I do have a commentator's
curse. Oh look, Winfield's gone wide. It's all your fault, Bowie.
Penalty incoming. We can see Milo's now going up inside there on the exit of Spoon Cup. They're now side by side all the way up towards 130R. Oh, I think this might be Milo's position here. Both running. Okay.
That was risky from Milo's, the way he attacked that curb. He's got
The
deep
move
into
that
the
Milo's
chicane.
probably needed to make as well, to try and pull that 3 seconds. Winford will have PRS down the straight though. Surely not into turn 1 here.
Zach's got himself up to P8 now as Jackson's AI has picked.
Yeah, I think he would have been, Zach would have been probably about a few seconds behind this strap had he not sprung. But you never know. As we see Winford, they're losing the back end quite massively and doing very well to save it. See another yellow flag. It's Wild Dog. Wild Dog has put it in the gravel, no damage I don't think, and back onto the track. Just be careful of your tyres for the next few corners, my friend. We go back to Winfield, who is now 5 tenths behind Milo's. They're both clawing into it quite quickly though. It's now under 2 seconds.
Yeah, if I'm Winsfield, I'll just get pulled along by them.
Yeah.
I mean, right now he's
Now
prime
1.7
P2.
Has Torres had an off here? Because it's quite rapidly coming down this gap. Jeez, Swanshank's now in the pits as well. See the 3 of them now all in shot here for what is going to be P2. Where will Swanshank come out as well? It'll be very interesting to see his pace towards the end of the race on much fresher mediums. At the moment, as it stands, Winfield is on for a P2 here as well. But obviously still 7 laps to go.
You know what he has to do is just let these two battle it out and just sit behind them. And not pick up penalties.
Exactly. Don Argent is quite comfortably just 6 seconds in front now, I'd say. And managing the gap quite well, quite nicely. Sorry, 11 seconds.
Yeah, he's a cruiser.
Not 6, yeah. Now 1.3 seconds separating the 3 of them. It's going to be very interesting onto the start-finish show now. Right on board with Winfield, we have a yellow flag. Is that vintage?
Oh, there's a few cars. Vintage. Oh no, Jackson's the AO. Yeah, it was vintage.
Okay. We'll go back to him after. I just want to see these 3 going on to the start-finish straight. 8 tenths between the 3 of them now. That could be a warning there, and it is.
Oh, Torres has spun it!
Oh!
And I think Milo's has been collected. He might have wing damage.
I didn't see what caused that spin. Was that contact or just a normal?
No, he's caught the curb.
Okay, because Winfield went from getting a 3-second penalty to then jumping both of them in the space of 2 corners there.
Yeah, Torres span and Milo's has clipped him as he's like blocked the track.
Okay,
And Winsfield has just flew past the both of them.
Knock on his front wing, so he might actually have damage. But it's not looking like it at the moment. His car seems quite indestructible.
Yeah, it was only a slight tap, so he might get away with it.
Rosie's still out on track as well. In P1.
Rosie will be hoping for a safety car any time now.
Worth noting as well, actually, Swanshanks is only 6 seconds behind Milo's on much fresher tyres, so we could see his gap. See if he can maybe catch those 2. And has now overtaken Torres as well. See with the spin. I think Rosie might be able to fix us that. We'll ride on board and see.
Could be possible that Torres has got side pod damage or something.
Yeah, potentially actually. Rosie drifting it through the final few corners there. I would not be surprised if she pits, but she stayed out for another lap. 2.5 seconds now the gap between Rosie and Don Arjun as he sets the fastest lap of 1:42 dead. There is a yellow flag. Is it wild bug? I believe it might be wild bug. No, it was Leppy, I believe. I do apologise. Having looked now back on board with Milo's. Getting very close with Winfield into turn 1 and 2, but obviously no room for a move there as Winfield loses the back end but holds it very nicely. Milo seems to do very well in this first section. You see Winfield loses the back end, now Milo's has to back off. They're now running side by side through the S's. This is very close indeed, very close. Winfield still keeps that P3 at the moment. That was a big let off there for Winfield. He's got to look after his tyres now and just make sure he doesn't do any more of that. Milo's is ready to pounce, potentially down the inside into this corner. Torres got another penalty there. Is Milo's going to go for it down the inside? Thinks better of it this time. Gets it. Oh, little tap there for Milo's on the front wing again.
I don't think he likes his front wing.
No, just a little nudge, letting him know he's there. I think he already knows you're there, my friend. It's practically acceptable all races too. Is Milo's going to set up and move into the final chicane or wait for the start-finish straight?
Oh, Torres is gone!
Torres is now gone! Torres is now out of the race. Is Rosie going to pit? Rosie is in the pits this lap as well.
I'm actually surprised that hasn't brought out a safety car on VSC. Interested to see where Rose will come out. She'll come out around about Zach.
Yeah. DRS now for Milo's. I think this move will be done into turn 1 actually, around the outside there. Rosie's still in the pits, and this move is done into P2. Running very wide though, very wide from Milo's as Winfield takes the inside line, but again they're side by side. Milo's gets the move done and maintains P2. Rosie is still in the pit lane but has exited in 5th place, 8 seconds behind Swanshanks, and will be on soft tyres. So will be one to watch for the next 4.5 laps.
I just think if she didn't have her spin, she would have been right up with these guys coming out that.
On much, much better tyres.
It's been another yellow flag that we didn't catch it. By the way, Podgers are also DNF'd. I don't think we mentioned that.
Podge DNF in the pit lane, I think, on lap 1 or 2. Zach is now 8 tenths behind Rosie. I think Rosie may have had enough, you know, coming out of the pit lane. Or coming out of the pit.
Oh, she did come out about 6 tenths ahead of Zach.
Okay. So Winfield now 3 tenths behind.
I think it was Leppy, he's pitted again. Okay.
These two have just been an absolute pleasure to watch, haven't they? Don Arjun another fastest lap there. It'll be Winfield's turn to take P2 round the outside this time. Much better exit. Oh, he's running wide, he's on the grass! Maybe not this time. Did very well to save it, just got a mad amount of understeer. Now, Swanshanks is now 4.5 seconds behind these two as well.
Yeah, he's definitely catching all these guys.
Oh, as we see Milo's got another penalty there. Very wide, and Winfield takes P2 again. It will be very interesting to see the penalties from Winfield though. How many more warnings is he going to get before he gets another one? If he gets another one.
Yeah, I can check that now actually. Let's see.
Swanshanks now 4 seconds behind, Rosie's 7 seconds behind him. This is shaping up to be a great final
warning away from another penalty.
Okay. Milo's got to pressure Winfield here now then. Try and force him into a mistake.
And just make sure I'm right with that actually, because it says penalty plus warning, 2 warnings, penalty. So that'd be 4.
We have another yellow flag. I think that is letting, maybe letting people through, I'm not too sure. I'm going to keep on board with Ducey though, they are very close on track. Zach is 5 tenths behind Rosie as well. So we will shoot to those guys.
Zach. So the softs don't seem that much faster than because Zach's keeping up on 7 lap old mediums.
That is very true. They are clawing in Swanshanks though, who is in turn clawing in Milo's and Winfield. Just will it be... Sorry, I just accidentally paused my stream there. Just will it be enough? Are there enough laps remaining?
Milo seems to be dropping off Winfield. He's out of DRS.
Yeah, out at DRS for this lap.
Don
Rosie does not have a penalty as well. Zach has also been dropped by Rosie a little bit now. And Rosie does not have a penalty. There is a yellow flag in sector. Is it Milo's?
Oh, it's Milo's!
No.
It is!
Milo's.
He's lost it coming out the S's.
Rosie now moves up into P4. Zach P5. Milo's down to P6. That is so lucky. Swanshanks now 4.7 off second place. Rosie 6 seconds off of Swanshanks with 2 laps to go. Let's have a look at the penalties.
Rosie could at least get a podium.
Rosie needs to pull in 3 seconds in 2 laps on that Swanshanks, so we'll get a podium.
It's doable.
Or if those two get any more warnings as well. Just got to push. Zach now 9/10 behind though. Milo's has got to be kicking himself. Still looking like we're going to bring it home in P6 though. Still a very good result. Everyone that finishes will be getting points as well, which is always nice to see. Milo's 18 seconds slower this time. Pardon?
I thought it was the top 8 in F2.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I know what, it's either the sprint race or the feature race is the top 8 that get points. It could be the sprint though.
Rosie now has got a penalty with 2 laps remaining.
She bottled it. She'll definitely be kicking herself for that one.
The chance of podium, a potential podium.
I was saying that she hasn't really clawed in much on that last lap.
That is actually quite true. Swanshanks is kind of pulling away now. Actually, instead of Rosie clawing in, it's kind of gone the other way. We do have a yellow flag sector 1. Is that Milo's again? Milo's has gone off again. Losing a bit more time there. He could be at risk from Wild Dog, you know, because Wild Dog doesn't have any penalties. But I'm not sure whereabouts.
Wild Dog's too far back. He's just coming in.
He is too far back. Yeah. Okay.
I think Wild Dog's had a moment as well because he was 21 seconds earlier.
Yeah, he did have a spin earlier on in the race, which kind of impacted. Rosie has now clawed the gap down a little bit. But it was 5.7 there, now 5.9, so obviously on to the final lap though.
I'll just go on board with Don Argent for the final lap.
Yeah, we'll do that. He takes us through. He's just looking calm and controlled this entire race, hasn't he, really?
He had that early first lap battle with Zach. And then just disappeared into the distance.
Exactly. And Zach had a bit of an unlucky one with the spin, so it was same for Milo, same for Rosie. Definitely been a very good first start to the weekend for this, this double header at Suzuka. And it will be vintage on pole as well. It is looking like it will be vintage on pole.
So many penalties between these guys. Arjun just coming around through sector 3 now. Just out of speed. Oh, Zach's got ahead of Rosie.
Just seeing that, I'm gonna... Well, we'll nip back to that at the end. There is a yellow flag now as well. We'll nip back to that once Don Arjun comes around the final few corners, which he is doing now. Don Arjun enters the final straight here to win the Japanese Grand Prix, the first race of the doubleheader here at Suzuka. Fantastic drive from you, my friend. Have a look back at the field. It's looking like Winfield is going to take P2 in this race. Swanshanks did, in credit to him, get the gap down to 2.8 seconds at the end of that race. So if Swanshanks didn't have a penalty, that would have been a P2 for him today. But obviously, you could say that about everything. As Winfield crossed the line here to take P2, Swanshanks in P3. Zach has overtaken Rosie. The gap is now going to be 3 tenths on the line here. Oh, 1/10 of a second between fourth and fifth. That was close. That was very close. Fourth and fifth. Milo's now going around 120 yards very dangerously, I'd like to add there. 9 seconds of penalties now for Milo's. Rounding the final corner there. At no risk from Wild Dog behind, luckily, so we'll maintain his P6, I believe.
I think he's right, too.
I think he did. I think Zach may have as well, because it sounded very similar. You see Wild Dog here rounding the final corner as well to take P7. That looked like a corner cut on the final, but he didn't get one, so very well done to you, Wild Dog, there. And that completes the first race at Suzuka.
I think Vintage is just pulling out the tactics to get pole for the sprint and win.
Does it count as a pole on the FRL stats? I don't think it does.
But if you start first, you've got every chance of winning, so...
Exactly. There we go then, Don Arjun taking P1 by 28 seconds to Winfield in P2. Swanshanks, some valiant efforts to try and get that P2 at the end, but we'll have to settle for P3. I'm Zach, recovering well to P4, could have been much more, potentially a P2 fight there as well. But he will have to settle for fourth today, just ahead of Rosie as we saw on the line by 1/10 of a second. Milo's had a fairly injury hit race, unfortunately for him, down there in P6. Wild Dog had a bit of a lonely race, I'd say, today, kind of a Nico Hulkenberg race in P7. Vintage P8, Jackson P9, Leppy P10, with Torres not finishing, very unfortunate for him, had a good battle at the start, and Podge also choosing to retire in the pit lane, I believe. What were your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, it was a good race, and great battle between Milo's and Winsfield early on. Milo's unlucky spinning out, and then just it went downhill for him from there. Rosie had a good recovery from an early spin, same as Zach, and Don Arjun was just on another level.
As if he wasn't good enough, everyone had incidents behind. Very commanding race, but we'll be starting from P8 this time, so that'll be very interesting to see how this race will go. And obviously who can manage the tyres better as well.
Yeah, tyre management's quite important in F2, isn't it?
Yeah. No mandatory pit stops. I think there will potentially be some pit stops though. There is another formation lap, isn't there? Yeah.
Vintage means business. It's pulled the gap already. It's just gone for it.
PC there as well. It'd be interesting to see these guys off the line. Milo's has got a great chance of winning this race, I think. Just because of his pace, but obviously the early, the spins let him down, but he is starting quite high.
Wild Dog has spun already!
Wild Dog!
He really doesn't like formation laps.
This is going to be the lap of shame from Wild Dog now. We're going to be spectating him for the rest of the lap of what not to do on the formation lap.
It was funny, I like caught it in the background and it just looked so funny. It could be tactics because he's going to leave the rest of the grid sitting on the grid.
Oh, that is tactics, Mr. Wild Dog. Well, Podge is P12 as well, so, I mean, it could... Oh no, Wild Dog's taking people now. Making sure we get his position back. I don't really think he needs to.
You're not supposed to overtake people, lad.
He might not have been, to be fair.
Oh, but he's just overtaking it anyway.
Okay, yeah, we'll let him off.
Will we? I was thinking 10 race ban, but alright. Wild Dog, if you're listening, stop overtaking.
No, it'll hurt him more if we say that he has to be in a party with us, but he has to stay muted for 10 minutes. I might stream that actually, it won't be a good reaction.
I've actually thought of that, like having a driver in the street. Oh, Wild Dog, what are you doing?
What is he doing?
He's got himself disqualified hitting Leppy.
Oh. Already making the front pages. Starting from the front row.
So Vintage on P1. And his car is jumping. That could just be my connection.
No, his car is jumping.
Oh.
There we go. Red lights are building, 5 red lights, and it is now lights out, and away we go. On board here with Vintage. How is his start? Let's go back to
a great start.
How would do that? It's a spectacular start there from
Milo's has jumped Wild Dog as well.
Milo's having a
Zach is going to jump Wild Dog.
Wild Dog is losing a few positions here. Takes a little tap there from Rosie. I think that's wing damage for Rosie. I think I saw a chunk fly off there. Going around the outside, there's contact! Wild Dog and Swanshanks, I believe, off in the S section.
Terrible start for Wild Dog and Swanshanks.
I think there are 3 cars.
Oh, Winfield's been caught up in something as well.
4 cars there will need to be pitting at the end of this lap.
Oh, you did predict pit stops?
I did. Commentator's curse. Did Rosie get damaged there? I'm going to have to try and see the outside. She is missing an end plate on the right hand side of the wheel.
3 wide. 2 wide into the hairpin. Brilliant move there from Zach.
Vintage in P7. Vintage. What's happened to Vintage? He's now P9.
I think he's at a moment.
It looked like
he's down with Swanshanks at Winsfield.
Yeah, it looked like he had a moment there in Span. His connection appears to be quite laggy, but it's now Zach and Milo's battling it out for the lead after 1 lap, with Rosie only 5 tenths behind, but obviously with that wing damage. This is shaping up to be a fantastic battle for P1 already in this race. 11 lap sprint race. You've got to push, but you've got a tyre save as well. Is Rosie going to box a slap? No, choosing to stay out.
Yeah, I don't think she got the damage. Pacing's alright. Don Argent's already up to P4. Torreira's got himself up to P4. Don Argent's P3. Oh, Milos is at the moment. Or is that just the that's just the stupid leaderboard thing, isn't it?
Oh no, Milos has had a moment.
He has now, yeah.
He's not P9, but he is P2, but Rosie is very close, and Don Argent only 1 tenth behind Rosie there as well.
Leppy's got off track. Swanshanks has just sent it down the inside of Winsfield. Nice move there.
The timings will update eventually.
Vintage is actually ghosted.
Vintage may have been struggling with connection. Is Don Argent going to go down the inside of Rosie here? No, choosing to thinking better of it on this occasion. This is P1234 now, within 2 seconds, I believe.
Oh, Rosie got ahead of Don Argent, did she?
Yeah, started ahead. I think maintained and just stayed ahead. Although
Don
Rosie is now
Argent's
going
just
wide. Commentator's curse there from Bruce. How dare you? This is outrageous behaviour. Well, loyal servant Rosie. What have you done?
That was a nice move though from
It was
Argent.
a very nice move. I think Rosie went a little bit wide and Argent was there to capitalise. You see the front four now all in shot as we're on board with Rosie here. Obviously DRS is enabled. Snap of oversteer on the exit from Rosie. No harm done though. It's looking like Zach is going to walk, well, not going to walk away with this, but kind of has a bit of a gap at the moment. As you can see, a massive 1 minute 44 seconds.
I don't think it takes 1 minute 44 seconds to go from where Mateo is to where Zach is. I mean, I know F2 cars are a bit slow, but they're not that slow.
Everyone else is a lap down apparently, but there we go. Milo's now and Don Argent, I'm going to guess and say 2/10 apart now, probably a lot less than that, side by side as we're going up to the fast right-hander. This is not an overtaking move, guys, you know that. Sensibly backed out there from Argent as going purple sector 1 in the process as well. Right, this is going to be shaping up for a move here. Milo's he's going to have to go defensive and just hope, but I think Don Argent's going to send it down the inside anyway. No contact, guys, very well played. Milo's gets better traction by taking the outside line. It's Rosie now is going to have a go. Shaping up a move. These three separated by literally nothing at the moment. Rosie now trying to get a bit of an outside line. Setting up for the better exit. These two are going to make contact. I think Rosie might be able to capitalise here. Rosie going to be the slipstream of Milo's. Now alongside us. Don Argent gets moved on into P2.
That was a nice
Milo's is not going to settle for that. Definitely. Rosie getting a good run there through 130R. Very well judged on the brakes by all three drivers there. Milo's could get this move back done again with the help of DRS. Kind of needs to, I'd say, because I think Don Argent probably has the pace to put away with the open sector. Going defensive.
Goes defensive.
Very well driven by all drivers there. Torres is now joining the back of the party as well, in 1.1 behind Rosie. I do think Don Argent is going to start to pull away from Milo's now. Rosie gets on the grass a little bit there. Does manage to save it though. Does manage to save it. Yeah, these guys kind of all spacing out a little bit now. Okay, Milo's has been about down to 8/10. I think it was actually a bit lower than that, so let's take that back. But it's still under a second. But Argent's not really clawing in Zach though at the moment.
It's probably just taking his time for the last few laps.
Yeah, definitely.
During qualifying, there was 6 temps, I think it was, between the two.
Was there?
So there's not that much of a gap between them in terms of one lap pace.
Yeah, definitely. Goes down to Vintage, who is 4 tenths of a second behind Swanshanks at the moment. She's Don Argent's at the fastest lap there. Lefty getting a penalty for corner cutting. Let's see what Vintage can do. There is a yellow flag in the...
Lefty and Swanshanks are both about to pit.
They both have pit, very correct. Are they teammates? Oh, they're teammates. They're stacking.
Oh no!
Oh no! Swanshanks is going to be fuming.
And the pit stops are so long as well.
Oh, this is going to be torture for them. Oh, the Jack man's just not moving out the way. Oh, he's just realised there's another car there now. Okay, spot on. Nice one, thanks for that, guys. Swanshanks, I feel your pain, my friend, I feel your pain.
Sector 1, Wild Dog has had a spin.
Let's have a look now to who is back on track, which is good. Now 6/10 of a second from Rosie and Milo as well.
Oh, Podge is not actually in the session.
Oh.
Right.
Swanshanks has just put, oh my god, in the stream. I feel the pain, you're still showing up as in the pit lane, mate.
Yeah, he's still in the pit lane, that's why. He's only coming out now.
Oh, there is a yellow flag.
It's
in the... Leppy is not enjoying this track today. Another fastest lap there from Don Origin. We've got him on very nicely there. Very good helmet. Very nice design. Chasing down Milo, only 6/10 behind Milo's now. Running a little bit wide and getting a time penalty on the exit of turn 1 there. Very unfortunate, Rosie. Very long race though, and Milo's did get a few penalties last race, so never know what can happen. Don Argent now 3.3.
Don Argent's made a mistake. He's lost about 2 seconds.
What's happening with Don Argent here then? Is his time looking a little bit dirty on the left?
Got within a second of it.
Milo's is now 9/10 behind. As we see, yellow flag sector 1. I believe that's
one. It's Winsfield.
Front on the S's. Okay, and now Milo's is now 9/10 of a second behind Don Argent. Winfield getting another penalty there as well. Milo's kind of dropped Rosie a bit this lap as well. Torres now 1.9, over 2 seconds now, sorry, behind Rosie. As if Swanshank's race wasn't bad enough, he's now just given a 3-second time penalty. It's one of those days for you, I'm afraid, mate. It's just it's one of those days. It's looking like Milo's eager to get within DRS. He's probably lost himself a bit of time there, and I don't believe Milo's got DRS then either. No, I think it was 7/10 of a second on the final corner there. Allowing Rosie to close it a little bit. .4 seconds now, Don Argent after that mistake. Catching Zach back out with laps to go.
It's took about over a second out of him since the mistake.
Yeah.
Is only a second behind Rosie.
Yeah, the second and the fourth are all kind of 2 seconds apart now, with Torres now pulling in that 1 second now to Rosie, and they're on board with it. Well, on the spectator view, Torres rounds through the curve to see what kind of a line he can get down towards 130R in the final chicane. Got to be to set up for DRS, I'd say. With the gap he's currently at, he's got to be trying to aim to get within the DRS for turn 1. Although Rosie does seem to have pulled out a bit of a gap there.
I think Torres lifted, Rosie took it near enough flat.
Okay. Not as fast as that there, Argent. 1.2 seconds now. The gap. This is really shaping up to be an interesting battle for the lead. Who is your money on?
Probably Don Argent. I mean, he's catching a lot. It's going to be hard for Zach to hold him off for, is it 4 laps left? Oh, he caught a bit of that curb, he nearly lost it. He saved it though.
Zach or Don Argent?
Don Argent.
Okay, I do know that Zach is a very hard fighter, so he won't want to be giving up a win, that's for sure.
And from what I've heard, both of them are. I mean, we saw it in the first race.
Yeah, of course. Zach was in the
sector 1 and 2, yellow flags.
looking like potentially Leppy, I think.
Yep, it is Leppy.
That's Spoon, I believe. Now 1.1 seconds. And across the line we'll have 3 laps of racing remaining. 1.2.
I think Dan Argent makes most of his time coming out of speed.
He does seem to have a very good line. The yellow flag sector 1. Is that Wild Dog?
The Wild Dog out in the S section. I can imagine his wheel taking a right beating tonight.
I can also imagine that. Very crucially there, Zach staying out of DRS reach of Don Argent onto this straight, so he's at least safe for this lap. Down the start finish straight, that's for sure, as we see Leppy with the time penalty there. Very unfortunate. And it's looking like Rosie's in the pits with a front wing change. Tori's now inheriting P4 there.
When did that happen?
Well, I thought she had damage on lap 1. So unless she's just pitting to try and get fastest lap now, maybe? Seeing that there's a gap and that she'll come out safely, but I don't know, because she would have lost 2 positions, so
yeah,
unless she picked up more damage. Unless there was maybe more damage that we can see. Now 9/10 of a second though, Don Argent and Zach here. Definitely interested to ride on board with Don Argent out on the lead up to this. You can see him hunting Zach down here, now 6/10 of a second. No penalties for either driver at the moment as well. That is key for this battle at the moment.
Half a second.
There's the yellow flag at 1, I believe that might be Rosie or Jackson.
It's Rosie.
So you can see on the mini-map now getting together again. You see there Don Argent, that may have been a warning, you know, on the entrance of the final chicane there. I might be wrong, but it looked like it could have been. 5/10 of a second now with DRS. I don't know if it's going to be close enough to make a move into turn 1 on this lap. It may be set up for the final lap of the race into turn 1 here. Hold on for the remainder of this
Dan
lap
Argent's
indeed.
got most of his moves done down at Spoon as well.
Yeah, exactly. But he might not want to do that, knowing that he will under threat and get final corner on the start of the final lap. He left me there. I think it's that could be connection issues. See Zach going to drive around Leppy. These two are now going to be going side by side up towards the fast right-hander, trying to put Zach off there, put him to a different line. Maybe trying to risk him getting a corner cutting penalty. As we see Rose, I thought that said Don Argent then with a penalty. But these two are now going to go side by side.
We're going to get a switch back.
Oh, no switch back. 2/10 of a second left, but now going up to Don Argent's favourite overtaking spot. Zach will know this.
Don Argent corner now.
Oh, there's slight contact there. There's another yellow flag, but this is now going to be a long stretch down through 130R. Let's see this from the spectator view. Zach staying ahead. Torres has gone for a, going for a move down the inside.
Oh, Zach's outbraked himself.
Zach has outbroken himself there, may have to concede the position, well, has conceded the position. Apologies there, Don Argent now into P1 and with DRS to pull away onto the final lap.
Seems to lose a bit of control on the straight there.
I'm not sure if he was maybe weaving to get some of the dirt off his tyres, but I also saw that.
Seems similar pace, maybe Zach's slightly quicker in the first 2 sectors, but Don Argent's definitely quicker in the third.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree.
My point just got disproven because Tarjan just pulled a massive gap coming out of the S's there.
Yeah, we've got another yellow flag there. Is that? I believe that's Wild Dog. I believe that is Wild Dog.
No, it's not Wild Dog.
Maybe wrong though. It's not Wild Dog.
It's Leppy, I think.
Okay. About 7/10 of a second. This is all going to be down now to what kind of a run Zach can get going up to the final chicane. I think he's got a little bit too green there. Lap of oversteer on the exit. Yeah, he's trying to push a little bit too hard there. I think it might be too little too late, unfortunately, because Zach is pulling in there in the slipstream, only 6/10, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to have to get an amazing run at the final corner.
My word, he pulled in about 3/10 coming down that straight.
It was a very, very valiant effort from Zach, but we see Don Arden here crossing the line to take P1. Clean sweep of Don Arden there. 0.073 on the line, a fantastic to Zach, put up a great effort there. See Milo's coming across the line to take P3. Who is next?
Torrades.
Looking like Torrades will be here to take P4 on the line. And does so. Winfield now rounding the final corners as well. Does have some penalties, but I do believe he's safe to vintage in P6. See vintage now rounding the final corners. It'll be very interesting to know what happened at the start of the race for them, because he seems to drop back. See Rosie come across the line, cross the start finish line there. Sorry, I was going to say to set the fastest lap. Just through with the pit stop. Going to be interesting to find out why the pit stop was needed. Wild Dog crossing the line now in P8 with 5-second unserved time penalty. And then now we have to go to the cars. Yeah, Swanshanks, could he actually overtake Jackson here?
He's got a penalty anyway. Well, he will jump these two anyway because they didn't race the grid.
Yeah, pushing very hard, that's for sure. Maybe a fastest lap at the end. No fastest lap, but a very good effort there. I do feel for you, Swanshanks, especially after the pit lane dilemma. As we see Don Arjun with the driver of the day. Very, very good race there. Who would you say was I don't know why I'm going to ask this question, but who would you say would be your driver of the day for these two races?
I was impressed by Rosie's recovery in the first race. Second race, I'd probably have to give it to Don Arden.
Yeah, I'd say that for sure. I think Milo's and Winfield, obviously for me, put on a fantastic show.
To be fair, shout out to Torrades. He started P11, finished P4, so that's quite impressive as well.
Yeah, a lot of very quick drivers, similarly matched pace as well. And I'd say there was a lot of fair battling today, very close, but I'd definitely say fair. Watch everyone put a report in now for every single overtake. Just knowing my luck. I'm not on the
It's always anymore, the way, anyway.
Well, good luck, Infinite.
Right. Just for that, I'm putting you on appeals.
Oh, not again. But yeah, there we go, guys. Fantastic final race there. But I'd give my driver of the day to Don Arjun. I'd say driver of the weekend, really, to Don Arjun. Everyone else did put in a fantastic effort, and there was some epic battling. Really, really enjoyable to watch, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it too.
Catch you later, boys and girls.